The theme of tonight's class is befriending your fear, and we'll be working towards classical headstand as our inversion. I'll workshop how to get into classical headstand. We have the feet up chair if you are uncomfortable about going upside down even after seeing the workshop. Jen, modify as needed at home. We're also, let's see here, we're talking about fear. So therefore we're working towards an inversion because inversions can be triggering and make fear rise. But I am going to be speaking to how faith and fear can coexist. So for traditional headstand, and I will leave plenty of time to workshop this once we get towards the end of class, but for now I'm going to describe how you get up into traditional headstand. I'm going to start up here so Jen can see my hands. You interlace your hands, bottom pinky is going to be tucked under. Your elbows are shoulders width distance apart, and 90% of the weight is in your forearms and in your shoulders. Very little weight is actually being put on your head and your cervical spine in traditional headstand. So you'll take your basket hands like this, interlace them really tight, and the spot on the top of your head that's actually going to touch the floor, if you put your hand on the top of the bridge of your nose and bring your middle finger up, this is actually the spot of your head that will actually touch the floor. But there's very little actual pressure that you're going to put down on it. So basket hands, pinky tucked in, shoulders, elbows shoulders width apart, and you're pressing down like crazy through your forearms, through the pinky edge of your hands. And at the same time as you're pressing down into the floor, your thumb will actually be on the back of your head. So you're going to be pressing your thumb into the back of your head as you press your hands down into the earth. And I will talk through what I'm going to do so you can see it later. I'll be pressing down super strong through my pinky finger edges and my forearms, and I'll come up into down dog legs, and I'll say this when I get over into the pose, welcome. And from there, when you're at the wall, you want to leave yourself 1.5 feet or so for your tuchus. So when you come up into the wall, you leave room for your butt so that you don't hit the wall and like throw yourself over because you have a behind. I mean, I have a behind, so you leave yourself some space. And it's a lot of core work, but more than anything, it's shoulder work. You'll feel your shoulders and your scapula, all of your upper body muscles will get warm because of the efforting that you're putting forth to press down. Okay, so now that I've given you the verbal, I'll give you the visual and the verbal now that I've said it. So I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to pull the mat away from the wall so I can have down dog feet. I think you can see Jen. Good? Okay. So I've left myself about 1.5 feet or so away from the wall, and we're workshopping traditional headstand. So I would take my hands like I was describing, the basket hands, interlacing your fingers. If you want to get closer to see, that's great. If you don't, you got it, that's fine too. And I'm going to press my forearms and the pinky edge of my hands really strongly down into the mat. Elbows shoulder width apart. I come up into down dog legs, and I walk in. I start to feel my hips stacked over my shoulders, and that's when I put my head down on the earth, and I'm pressing down. You can stay here. You can continue to walk your feet in, tuck one foot, right? Belly button pulls in. You can kick up into the wall, find the wall. You can stay here. And then you can maybe work 1 foot away, pull your belly button into your spine. Tadasana feet, active feet, no floppy feet, active feet. And after you've done your inversion, you'll take child's pose. Y'all got this. Y'all got this. Let's begin. Child's pose. Child's pose. Visualize your fear as another version of you, another iteration of you, looks just like you. Take your fear by the hand. You're taking your fear along with you on this adventure, this journey into power. Downward facing dog. Bring them along. Your fear is your friend, and it coexists naturally with your faith. Walk your feet to your hands, ragdoll. Ujjayi breathing. Let me hear you breathe in and out your nose. Extended mountain. Reach up, look up. Hands to heart center. Let's begin with the sound of 3 ohms. Extended mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Vinyasa. So good, everyone. Downward facing dog. Full breath in. Audible breath out your nose. Inhale. Exhale, look at your thumbs at the top of your mat. Jump there. Yes, D. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Extended mountain. Bow forward. Halfway lift. Vinyasa. Inhale. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Yeah, moving your body from pose to pose. Everyone breathe in. Everyone breathe out. Look at the top of your mat. Jump. Yes, Veronique. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Extended mountain. Bow forward. Halfway lift. Vinyasa. So good, Brittany. Up dog. Down dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Look forward. You got it, Veronique. Jump to your thumbs. Yes, Jonathan. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Reach up. Extended mountain. Yes, D. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Vinyasa. Move from pose to pose with your breath. Up dog. Down dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Look to the top of your mat. You jump. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Extended mountain. Bow forward. Halfway lift. Vinyasa through each pose. Move with your breath. Good work, Jonathan. Good. Everyone breathe in. Breathe out. Jump to the top of your mat. When you're empty, yes, halfway lift. Forward fold. Big toes touch. Chair pose. Bow. Bow. Forward. Yes, halfway lift. Breathe in. Vinyasa. High to low. Up dog. Down dog. Warrior 1, right side. Step your right foot to your right thumb. Reach up, inhale. Vinyasa, exhale. Hands down, you go. Up dog, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Warrior 1, left side. Breathe in. Breathe out and you flow. High push up to low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Look forward, jump to the top of your mat. 1 pose, 1 breath. Halfway lift, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Good, D. Chair pose, breathe in. Breathe out, fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. Vinyasa. Exhale out all the way down. Inhale all the way up dog. Downward facing dog, warrior one, right side. Vinyasa. Good, Jonathan. Warrior one, left side. Vinyasa. Downward facing dog. Good. Everyone breathe in. Let it go. Jump to the top of your mat. Halfway lift, forward fold. Chair pose. Fold. Halfway lift. Flow. High to low. Up dog in. Down dog out. And you'll take warrior one right side. Then you will flow. Then you'll take warrior one left side and flow. And we will all meet in downward facing dog. Use your breath as the measure. Good, Brittany. So good, Jonathan. Yes, Dee. Use your breath as the measure. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, flow. And when you're complete with warrior one right side and warrior one left side, we will meet in downward facing dog. Lift your right leg. Flex your right foot and point your toes down towards the earth, dropping your right hip a lot. Good, Brittany. Bend your knees, stack your hips, flip your dog. Take your right foot down to the earth. Yes, Jonathan. Press down through both feet. Send your eyes to your right thumb for 3. 1, 2, 3. Side plank, right hand down. Side plank, right hand down. Left leg lifts towards the ceiling for 5. 1, 2. So good, Dee. Everyone look up to your left thumb. 3, 4, 5. Vinyasa. Move with your breath. Lift your left leg. Flex your foot. Pull your toes up towards your kneecap. Stack your hips and flip your dog. Left foot comes down to the earth. Press down through your heels. See your left thumbnail for 3. 1, 2, 3. Side plank, left hand down. Set your eyes up to your top hand. Lift your top leg for 5. 1, 2, 3. Flex your top foot. 4, 5. Vinyasa, everyone. High to low. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Step your right foot forward, crescent lunge. Good. Big long stance. Back heel high over your toes. Very good. Take your hands to heart center. Twist to the right. And connect your left elbow to your right knee. Open your arms. Warrior 2, open up. And set your eyes forward. Yeah, lengthen your stance. So good. Flip your front palm, reverse your warrior. Send your eyes up, your eyes back. Extended side angle, right side. You can take your forearm down to your thigh or your fingers to the earth next to your right ankle. Yeah, stack your right knee over your right ankle. Bend deep into your front thigh. So deep, feel it in your inner groin. Everyone breathe in. Stay, breathe out. One more, inhale. Plant your hands, flow. High push up, low push up. Vinyasa. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Crescent lunge, left side. New experience. Left side will be different. Breathe in and out your nose. Hands to heart center, twist left. Open your arms. Breathe in and out your nose. Open up warrior two. Yeah, pull your belly button in. Send your gaze over your front middle finger. Reverse your warrior, up and back. Extended side angle, left side. Can you sit your hips down lower? Yes, you can. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Stay, breathe out. One more full breath. Plant your hands, flow as you exhale. Look at your thumbs. Jump your feet to the top of your mat. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Chair pose. Hands to center, twist to the right. Sit your hips down low. Open your arms. Inhale, chair pose. Hands to center. Twist to the left. Lower your hips again. Open your arms. Breathe in and out of your nose. One more, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Take your feet hips width distance apart and grab a hold of your big toes with your first two fingers. Loop your fingers around your big toes and pull your chest down to your thighs. Bend your knees a lot. Yeah, make the connection between your chest and your thighs and drop your head. Drop the weight of your skull towards the earth. Release your big toes. Slide your palms all the way underneath your feet. Stand in your hands. And release this pose and you'll take crow or forearm plank. If crow is in your practice, go there. If it is not, you'll take forearm plank. We'll be here for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Crows fly back. Vinyasa, everyone. High push up to low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Walk your feet halfway up your mat, take 5 frog hops. Jump your feet up off the mat and bring your toes together in the center of your mat. Little ninja kicks, donkey kicks, frog hops, whatever that looks like to you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Downward facing dog. Good work, everyone. Take a breath in. Exhale it out. Look at the top of your mat. Jump there. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Extended mountain. Bring your hands to heart center and set your eyes out in front of you. Eyes on the horizon. Set your drishti, your gaze spot, and keep your drishti throughout the standing balancing practice. Eagle, right side. Take your right thigh up and over your left thigh. Wrap your 2 legs into 1 leg and squeeze into center line. Right arm up and under your left arm. And breathe. Eyes open, eyes out here. Switch sides. Good work, everyone. Switch sides. Keep your gaze steady and squeeze into center line. Switch sides. And notice where your eyes go, that's where your whole body wants to go. Keep your eyes level out here and open in this space. Switch sides. Good work. Come to standing. Everyone take your block and have it ready at the front of your mat so that we work through our standing balancing poses. You'll get to it in half moon. Have it there underneath your left hand when you hinge forward. Have it on the tall setting. Good. Standing leg raise. Bring your right knee into your chest. Take your shin with your right hand, or you take the big toe with your right hand. And you open up out to the side, extending your left arm straight out from your shoulder. Look and see your left thumb. Move your drishti, move your gaze to your left thumbnail. Come back to center, kick your right foot forward, reach up. Airplane pose. Kick your right leg back, flex your foot, toes point straight down, palms back by your sides. Hands, yes, back, palms face the earth. Good. Take your hands to heart center, half moon, left hand down to the block. And stack your shoulders. Look back and see the tips of your right toes. Bring them into view and flex them towards your face. Good. Now set your eyes up to your top hand, everyone. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come to stand. Good work. Standing leg raise, left side. Take your left shin with your left hand. Open up. See your right thumb. Come back to center. Kick and reach. Airplane. Arms back, left leg back, foot flexed. Good work, Jen. Yes, Brittany. Arms back by your sides, palms down. Yes. Flex your back foot more, D. Yes. Hands to heart center, half moon. Right hand touches down to the block. Yeah, look and see your left toes. Bring them into view. Can you see them? Lift your left leg higher once you can see them. And on a count of 5, shift your gaze to your left thumb. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come to stand. Good work, everyone. Dancer pose. Set your eyes out on the wall. Recreate your gaze. Dancer pose, right side. Reach your left arm towards the ceiling. Right hand grabs the inside of your right foot, palm facing out. Palm facing out. And put your right toes on the ceiling. Kick them towards the ceiling. Set your eyes out in front of you for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep your eyes on the spot. Change sides. Good work, Jonathan. Switch sides. Grab the inside, yes, of your left foot. And take it big. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Switch sides. And let go of how you think it should be, or if you're afraid of what it's not or ought to be. Let that go and take the pose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Switch sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tree pose. We'll get both sides, so take either side and take tree. And send your eyes up to the ceiling by 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Switch sides. Good work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Both feet down. Extended mountain. Reach up. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Vinyasa. Flow your body. Exhale, lowers. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Right foot steps forward. Triangle, right side. Use the block on the outside of your right ankle, right shin. Bring a slight bend to both knees if you're not using the block. Set your eyes up to your top hand. Good, Jonathan. Press your left shoulder blade more towards the wall behind you. Good. What could your practice look like if you befriended your fear? Stand up. Point your right toes to the left long edge of your mat. Side facing wide angle forward fold. Yeah, take your feet out wide to a point to where you start to feel unsteady. Walk your hands back in line with your big toes. And then turn your hands around and crawl them away from you. Crawl your fingers to the opposite side of your mat, back by your heels. Halfway lift, breathe in. Rise up to standing. Pyramid pose, right side. Right toes face forward. Left foot halfway up your mat. Reach your hands up towards the ceiling. Fold over your front thigh. Bring your fingers down to a block or the earth. If you gave your fear a seat at the table, instead of trying to shove it into a closet or underneath a blanket or in a box or tell it to stand outside, could you access new possibility in your practice? Twisting triangle. Left hand stays where it is, right hand reaches for the ceiling. Breathe in. Vinyasa, breathe out. And triangle, left side, left foot forward. Left hand to the block, right hand reaches to the ceiling. And your right foot is parallel with the back edge of your mat. Stand up, point all of your toes to the right long side of your mat. Interlace your hands at the small of your back. Fold forward. Bring a bend to your knees and a bend to your elbows. Drop your head. And come up to standing, pyramid pose, left side. Left toes point forward, right foot, bring it halfway up your mat. And you fold forward. Fingertips to the earth, fingertips to a block. And what could your life look like if you befriended your fear? If you allowed for faith and fear to coexist? Twisting triangle. Right hand to the block, left hand to the ceiling, twisting triangle. And face the door that you came through for twisting triangle. Allow for any fears to arise in your practice, in your life, and have faith in your strength and your ability. Everyone breathe in. Exhale, flow, hands down. High push-up to low push-up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Shift forward into high plank. 3 yogi push-ups, high plank. Low plank. High plank. Low plank. High plank. Low plank. Lower all the way down to your mat. Bring one ear to the earth. Arms back by your sides, palm face down. Put one ear on your mat. Let your neck rest. We're preparing for Locust Pose. On your next inhale, lift your hands, your shoulders, your chest, your feet. Rise up with the strength of your back body. Breathe in, lift up. We're here for a 5 count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come down. Put your other ear down on the earth. Locust number 2. Rise up for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Flex your feet. 8, 9, 10. Lower down. Everyone place your hands on your mat so your thumbs are back by your bottom ribs. Hands flat on your mat, thumbs back by your bottom ribs, and take your pinky fingers out to the edges of your mat. Upward facing dog. Press the tops of your feet down, the tops of your feet. Press your arms straight into the earth. Lift your thighs, lift your knees, pull your arm bones back for 3. 1, 2, 3, downward facing dog. And come down to your knees, create camel pose. Stack your hips on top of your knees, stand on your knees, bring your hands to the small of your back, and send your eyes up to the ceiling, your eyes to the back wall, your hips forward. Yeah, grab a heel, grab both heels, lift your chest to the ceiling for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come out of camel, sit back on your heels. Take a breath in. Let it go. And camel number 2, go up and go back for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sit on your heels. Reset, breathe in. Breathe out. And come onto your back, bridge pose. It's time for bridge pose. Lie on your back. Can you touch your heels with your middle fingers? And take bridge. Press your hips up towards the ceiling. Go ahead, press your fist down if you've interlaced your hands underneath your small back. Yeah, walk your shoulder blades closer together. Lift your hips higher. For 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lower down. If you're going to take bridge, but we have 6 more. If wheel is not yet in your practice, give it a try. Bring your hands by your ears. Palms press into the mat. You press down with everything you've got through your hands and your feet, and you rise up for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stay up or come down. Number 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, stay up or come down. Number 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, stay up or come down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, stay up or come down. Number 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last one, stay up or come down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lower down to your mat. Take reclined butterfly pose. Bring one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly. And feel the source of your strength and your power underneath your fingertips. Your heartbeat and your breath is what allows for faith and fear to coexist. To take fear by the hand and go on the adventure anyway. Happy baby. Release happy baby, extend your legs up towards the ceiling, reach your fingers up towards your toes. We're gonna crunch, we're gonna pulse up towards our toes for a 10 count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bring your right foot to a hover, flex your foot, right foot hovers, flex both feet, reach towards your toes, your left toes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch legs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Both legs up. Last 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hug your knees into your chest. Place your hands underneath your tailbone and extend your legs back up to the ceiling. Hands under your tailbone for a cushion. 30, 60 legs. Lower your legs 30 degrees. Flex your feet. Another 30 degrees is 60. Bring your feet to a hover, 2 inches up off the earth. Look up and see your toes. Check that they're hovering. Look at them and count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Legs up. Lower down 30. 60. Hover your feet 2 inches off the earth. Pull your toes back towards your face, and count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Head down, legs up. Lower down 30. We have 2 more. 60. Hover your feet. Look at your toes. Take your feet apart and together for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Head down, legs up. Last one. Lower your legs 30 degrees, 60 degrees. Bring them to a hover. Look at your toes and do whatever you want to with your toes for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hug your knees into your chest. Good work, everyone. Interlace your hands at the nape of your neck. Yogi Bicycles for 30. Extend one foot out. Flex your foot strong and switch sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good work, Jen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20. Last 10. Slow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good work, Jonathan. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hug your knees into your chest. Rock and roll up and down your spine and come up to high boat. 2 high boats. Each one's a 5 count. 2 high boats. Balance on your sits bones. Reach your fingers up to where the wall meets the ceiling. You had it. You had it. You got it, Brittany. Balance up on your sits bones. Yes, high boat. Good, Jonathan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Low boat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good, D. High boat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let it go. Good work, everyone. Downward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Good work. Lift your right leg up towards the ceiling. Half pigeon. Bring your right knee to your right wrist. Half pigeon, right side. Right knee to right wrist, right ankle to left wrist. So your shins across the top of your mat. And come down to your forearms. Bring your forehead down to the earth. Switch sides. Double pigeon. Take your right shin out in front, sweep your right leg out in front and stack your shins at the top of your mat, or you'll take seated figure 4. So stack your shins, Bring your top ankle to the outside of your bottom knee. So tighten your stack. And flex your feet. Good, flex your feet so much. Switch the stack of your shins. Can you bring your top ankle to the outside of your bottom knee to bring your knees closer together? Flex your feet a lot. Frog pose. You'll take the width of your mat, you'll take your knees out wide on your mat. So you'll be facing the door that you came through. Your knees are wide on your mat, and you make right angles with your thighs, your shins, and your feet. You can take your forearms down to the earth, you can put a block under your chest, you can bring your forehead down to the block, or your stacked fists. And flex your feet a lot. Indeed, can you make your hips a little bit closer to your knees so you're making right angles? Yeah, it's going to be like a big deal in your groin, for real. Press the knife's inner edge, like the big toe edge of your feet, press that down into the earth. "45 more seconds. Be right here. Feel whatever it is that you're feeling, because frog makes you feel all kinds of things. Let it happen. Take whatever's happening by the hand and be here with it in frog. Crawl forward onto the ground to come out of frog. Bring your belly to the earth. Bring your big toes to touch back behind you. And then set up seated single leg extension. Come to a seat on your mat. One leg is extended, the other foot is to your inner thigh. Reach up and fold towards your extended leg. Switch sides. Seated, double seated leg extension. Seated forward fold. So many words. Both legs out. Fold forward. Reverse tabletop. Plant your hands by your hips. Bend your knees. Press down through your feet, up through your hips. For 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lower down to the mat. Fish pose. Put your hands underneath your sits bones. Bring your forearms and elbows down to the earth. Lift your chest to the ceiling and look at the back wall. Come up out of fish pose. And if you're going to take traditional headstand, take your mat to the wall. Unless you have a headstand practice, it's already away from the wall. Take your mat to the wall, and I will come around and I will talk you through it. Jen, you do you. Take your mat to a wall. And you'll give yourself about 1.5 feet away from the wall. Interlace your hands into a tight basket. Pinky finger on the bottom is tucked in. And you're pressing down with so much weight through your forearms, through your pinky fingers. There's tiny, tiny, tiny weight on the top of your head. Come into down dog legs. Walk your toes in closer, in closer, in closer. Pull your belly button into your spine. Good. And find the wall. Kick up, find the wall. Good. Good. Find the wall. It's right there. Yeah, it's right there. And if you're super far away from the wall, come down and make your mat a little bit closer. Good, D. Flex your feet. Tadasana feet, strong Tadasana feet. You might want to get a little bit closer to the wall. Just a teeny bit. Press down through your forearms, through your elbows. You'll rest the top of your head on the mat. You'll rest it, just rest it. Take your elbows in a little bit narrower, shoulders width. Yeah, interlace your hands tight. Press down through your fingers, down through your forearms, down dog legs. Come up into down dog legs. Walk in, narrow the distance, walk in, walk. You good? Okay. Down dog legs. Good. Press down so much through your elbows and your forearms. Pull your belly button in, hug in, tuck one knee into your chest, kick up, find the wall. It's right here. It's right here. Kick up. Press down through your arms and elbows. Strong, like you mean it, like rah! Press, yes! Yes. Press down more through your arms, down through your fists, like you mean it, like rah, like you're hatcheting into the earth. Pull your bottom ribs in. Go ahead. You sure?
Yeah.
Okay. You're creating Tadasana. You had a little bit, but your bottom ribs are blowing out a little bit.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. You can't tell because you're upside down. Totally. Totally. You good? Child's pose. If you're complete, take child's pose. If you want to try again, by all means, try again. Move your mat a little closer to the wall, Jonathan. You've got quite a distance between you and the wall. Yeah, you've got quite a distance between you and the wall. I'd shorten that by half. Yeah. You got this. It's all upper body and core. I hear you. And you're under the heater. Pull your bottom ribs in, D. Bottom ribs, pull them into your spine line. Bottom ribs. Yes. Press up through the soles of your feet. Yes. Now bring your big toes, squeeze them into center line. Flex your feet more. Squeeze, flex your feet. Bottom ribs in, good. Up through your feet, flex your feet, press into my hands, press. The other flex, press. Breath, bottom ribs in. Yes, up through your heels. Down through your arms, yes, that, right there, yes, so good, right there. Tuck slowly, bend your knees, slow. Good work, child's pose. Brittany, are you complete, or do you want? You sure? Okay. Yeah, everyone, child's pose. Such good work here. Make your way onto your back and take in a full body stretch. Hug one knee into your chest and take a supine twist. Yeah, going upside down can be a total trigger for fear. I allow for my fear in crow by having faith that the block that I've put under my forehead is my kickstand and will save me. I can access handstand with a spotter, having faith that they'll help me up into the pose. Take a simple twist to the other side. And you can explore your faith and fear at our inversion workshop. I have a quote from Brené Brown that I want to share with you. Faith is a place of mystery where we find the courage to believe in what we cannot see and the strength to let go of our fear of uncertainty. Take reclined butterfly pose. And move your body into a place where you can come into your final rest. Whatever that looks like, set your body up to be still. Take a deep breath in. Let it go. Wiggle your fingers and your toes and roll to your favorite side. And press yourself up to seated on your mat. Bring your hands to heart center. And we'll seal this class with the sound of 3 ohms. Bring your thumb knuckles to your forehead center, connect in. And together we bow. Thank you, Jen. Thank you, Brittany, Jonathan, Veronique, and Dee. As you go throughout the rest of your day and the rest of this week, I invite you to take your fear by the hand, make it your friend, and take it along on the adventure anyway. Give yourself a hand. Good work, everyone.